Hello students, this is Geography class 7 part 3rd. In part 1 and part 2 we have already studied about map, topographical map, purpose of topographical map, contour lines, contour interval, use of colors in topographical maps, signs and symbol used on topographical maps. In part 2 we have studied, and we have also studied in part 2 about the scale, and we will talk about measuring distance on the map in this video. When we are going somewhere, first we want to know what is the distance, how long it will take to reach, and we all plan for the destination. So measuring distance on the map is an important part of map reading. It can be useful while traveling to reach the destination or to search for location. Nowadays it is very easy by the Google map, but suppose if you have the map, then how will you measure the distance? That we will study in this video. You can measure the distance on the map along a straight line or along the curved lines. So there are straight lines on the map and there are also curved lines on the map. So when it is a straight line, how will we measure the distance? A ruler is used to measure the distance between any two points on a map. After calculating the distance on a map, you can use a map scale to calculate the actual distance on the ground. So in this paragraph, what we see that first we'll have to measure the distance on the map, and second we have to measure the distance on the scale, and then we'll have to calculate what will be the actual distance. Then we'll come to know about the distance, the actual distance on the ground. Along the curved lines, the curved lines can be railway lines, roads, rivers, etc. As we all know that roads does not follow straight line, so it sometimes moves to different directions. So if you want to know the exact distance on the ground, then we'll have to use the different methods. So for calculating the roads, rivers, bends or the curved lines, we can use the divider method first. In this method, a divider is used as a tool. As it is a divided method, so divider will be used as a tool. A divider has 2 points. To measure the distance, what we do, we set pointed ends of a divider in 1 or 2 centimeter apart from each other. And what we do, we have to keep one pointed end of the divider at one end of the object and turn the divider continuously until you reach the other end. So you have to count the numbers, how many times you have turned the dividers, and then you'll have to calculate the distance, and then you will know the actual distance on the ground. The twine method, it is very interesting. In this method, a string is used to measure the distance on the map. You will have to take a string and you have to hold the string from both your hands. As you can see on your screen, it is given on a picture. Place the string along the feature that you want to measure from one end to the other. Ensure that all bends and curves are followed. Measure the lengths of the string and using the map scale. So when you have measured through a string, you have to measure it on the scale, map scale, and then you will have to calculate. Then you will come to know the actual distance on the map that you can see here on the picture, and that you will be doing in the senior classes in class 9 and 10 when you will be given the topo sheet and you will be told to measure the distance on the map. So in this video we are going to do the exercise. It will be helpful for you, and now we'll move to the next page of our textbook, which is page number 7, where we can get the exercise. First we'll see the fill in the blanks. Topo sheets allow you to visualize the shape of the ground. The first answer is ground in a region. So fill in the blanks. Question number first answer is ground. Second, a contour lines connect places of equal elevation on a topo sheet. Third, name and abbreviations in a topo sheet are showing using black color. So you'll have to write black in the blank. Number 4, human made features such as settlements are shown with the help of red color. So answer is red. Number 5, fill in the blanks. A symbol represents a specific feature or object on topographical sheet. So the answer is symbol. 1 to 5 we have done. We will come to number 6. There it is written distance on a map, that you can also see on the screen. We are going to do this part, and we are going to solve the questions. First, A, distance on a map 2 cm. Distance on the ground is not given. Scale is given 1 cm, ratio 25 km. So if 1 cm on a map indicates 25 km on the ground, then on the map it is 2 cm, 1 cm 25 km, then 2 cm will be 50 km. So you can write 50 km, that is the answer. 5 cm 15,000 km means 1 cm 3,000 km. So what will be the scale? 1 cm ratio 3,000 kilometers. So answer will be 6B, 1 cm ratio 3000 kilometer. We'll come to number C, 3 cm, and distance on the ground is not given. Scale is given 1 cm ratio 30 kilometer. Students, I request all of you to look at the book. You can easily understand listening this video, and you can get the answer. We are going to do question number 6C. So 3 cm, 1 cm ratio 30 kilometer. First you will have to change it into a meter, as we have discussed in representative fraction that unit should be the same. So it will be converted into meter, and then again it will be converted into meter, and then it will be known, and it will be easy to know the answer. When you will calculate, you will find it is 90,000 meter on the ground. So 6C distance to the ground will be 90,000 meter. 6D, distance on the ground is given 500 kilometer, scale is given 1 cm, ratio 100 kilometer. So what will be the distance on the map? 6D, the answer will be 5 centimeter. You can see that 1 centimeter indicates 100 kilometer, then 500 kilometer. For that we need 5 centimeter distance on the map. So 6E, scale is given 1 centimeter, ratio 8 meter. We can also calculate it through the representative fraction, and we can also do it sometimes orally. If it is 1 centimeter, then ground distance is 8 meter. If it is 64 meter, 8 times, then the ground map distance will also be 8 times. So it will be 8 centimeter here. So 6E answer is 8 centimeter. So hope you all have done it. If you have not done this, then you please rewind the video, and you can get the answer. Let's come to the match the following. First answer, dot dash dot dash. This is the symbol of international boundary. So B1 is international boundary, B2 is hertz, B3 is contour cliffs, B4 is fort, B5 indicates wells, B6 indicates Diagrammatic representation of the Earth's surface. B7 indicates used to calculate distance between two locations. B8 linear scale. The description is a simple line divided into equal parts by small intersecting lines. B9 verbal scale. Described in words. Number G in description. B10 the Twine method, used to measure the distances along curved lines on the map. It is given in number F. So we'll come to state whether true or false. First, C first. A topo sheet can be used to represent both natural or human-made feature. It is true. Contour lines between index line are labeled. Can you guess, is it true or false? Dear students, it is false. Locations such as post office and police stations are depicted using a red color on map. You'll have to turn the page first and then you will see first location such as post office and police stations are depicted using red colors on the map. This comes false. And number 4, vegetation on map is represented using green color. This is true because it is vegetation and it is defined in green color. The statement is true. RH denotes the presence of a type of bungalow. This is true. We'll come to tick the correct answer. Number 1, which element provides a complete listing of all features and their corresponding symbols? The answer is legend. Number 2, contour lines that are drawn close to one another denote which type of relief? The answer is steep slope. Number 3, D3, which color is used to show the boundaries of a country on a map? Answer is black. Number 4, which feature is depicted using yellow color on a map? Answer is cultivated areas. Number 5, which of the following represents a protected forest? PF is the answer. This type of scale is included at the lower part of the map. The answer is linear. In this type of scale, the numerator value is always 1. Answer is representative. This is used to measure a distance on a map along a straight line. The answer is ruler. So we'll come to number E. So students, we have already done till question D. When we'll see E, give geographical reasons. Why are colors used in a map? So you can get the answer here on page number 3. So it is given in the first paragraph. Use of colors in topographical map. You can write that colors are used to depict different types of physical, economical and cultural features. It would be difficult to interpret a map if colors are not used. So till here you can write the answer. This is the answer number 1. It is given on page number 3, use of colors in topographical map. You can start from colors are used, or in a topographical map you can start. So first 4 lines will be the answer. So you can see it on your book. How do contour lines help determine the elevation of a point on a map? So contour interval, you can find the answer. I will tell you in the next paragraph the rest of the answers, and till the time you can complete A, B, C and D on your copy. I will start my next video giving you the answers of E, F which will be give geographical reasons and answer in a paragraph or two. When I'll tell you the answer, you please write it on your textbook. You can write it on your notebook, and you can learn it. It will be helpful for you for your examination. So hope you all have learnt this exercise well, and you will do the exercises on your notebook. I will check when the school will reopen. Thank you. Have a nice day.